Great. So, green, black, mid-range. This is kind of one of the boogeymen of the current standard format. I think this is probably one of the 3 or 4 best decks in the current standard format. The J-Cat with the brand new Prime support. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here this month with that. I appreciate it. And this build, one of the things that I think makes this standard format great is the fact that even the commonly accepted best decks like green black and Jeskai control and Drakes, there's so many iterations of them that you can build them in different ways to beat different things. So this build specifically is a little bit bigger version. It aims to go further up the curve to generate more card advantage. So this build is going to tend to have more staying power against other mid-range and control decks most likely, because it's got more planeswalkers generate card advantage and stuff like that. Worth noting is there's only 24 lands in this build. It's going to be interesting to see if our Explore creatures and our Elvish Rejuvenators can consistently help us hit our land drops on time, or if we're going to wish we had like a 25th and maybe 26th land. This deck does have a lot of top end in it, so we basically want to hit like 5 land drops every single game. Need more Karn advantage, yep. Raz, you just bring in Dismember. You lead the Stampedes and Scavenging Oozes. Scavenging Ooze and then lead the Stampede. You bring in 3 copies of Dismember. Yes, yeah, this build and like all of the choices that you make, like this build is choosing to go bigger. It's going to struggle against decks that are more aggressive and streamlined. So like you'll notice there's like no Wild Growth Walkers in the main deck of this build, which is one of the cards that you really tend to dumpster aggressive decks with. I think this configuration is like signing up to keep hands like this that just don't do anything for a little bit. Though there are Wild Growth Walkers, but they're in the sideboard. Looks like our opponent's playing Dinos. There's definitely a lot of different builds of green-black that involve far fewer Planeswalkers, though, too. So I should wait until their end of turn to do this, in case they have a Land War Elf. Yeah, Wild Growth Walker is very, very good. I think Geralt's an okay card in Modern. The problem is that, like, 5 mana is a lot. 5 mana is a lot of mana. Some very angry dinos. Alright, so because I hit my 6th land guaranteed here, it's kind of nice. I'm going to go ahead and pass back and then plan to Vraska's Contempt this, and then we can untap and start slamming Carnage Tyrants of our own. Hopefully they don't have, like, another Registrar of Alpha here to smash this in. Catch you later, little Bappy. So I want to let them attack first, because now I can go ahead and block here. Oh no, this is still going to be a 3-3, right? Because this is a dinosaur. Am I gaining 3? Yeah, I'm actually going to gain 3 here. I think that's fine. End up at 13 here. And this Dorko has Trample hidden in his text box, so don't try and jump block that one. You're not going to be happy with the result. Alright, so running big dumb dinos here should hopefully stabilize us a little bit if they don't find Hasters right away. So if they don't have like another 3-3 that can attack this turn, they like only get 6 in and they lose a 3-3. And like I get to stick another Carnage Tyrant next turn.
I've lost so much already.
Vivien's a pretty good one.
Comes.
Generate a pretty steady stream of card advantage for them here. Alright, well this likely means they're not attacking this turn, which is nice for us. I have no idea what's going to be good. I don't spend a lot of time reviewing spoilers until we have everything done. So the full spoiler is out a week from today, right? So we'll take a peek then. Is it? I believe it's the 11th. Oh, is it Thursday, the 10th? I don't think they're gonna block if I attack the Vivien. I think they're just gonna let the Vivien die and then kill me. Finality would be a real good draw here. Morning Green Bean. I mean, kinda. Like, with the Vivien, they're, like, thoroughly going wide around my Carnage Tyrants, right? Hopefully I get to Jadelight into a land that's untapped and then play Vivien Reid. So I think I need to just keep adding to the board here, and I really just want to hit an untapped land. This is at 7. I think I have to bend that and try and hit a land here. Yeah, Drover was really good when we were playing Dinos.
You can't stop nature.
I'm gonna get killed by this Vivien Reid ultimate. I really don't want to trade this for a 5/5.
No one knows the wilds like I do.
Yep. Need to draw a Vraska's Contempt for the turn here. Yeah, Totos. For sure. Mana Leak was absurd in Standard. Mana Leak being in Standard is actually the reason that Cavern of Souls got printed, because Mana Leak was a little bit too good.
I've seen things that would break someone like you.
So I guess I do this into Chupacabra, the 5/5, into ship all of my creatures into Vivien. And this results in Vivien taking at least some damage, right? And I'm not dead on the backswing. I feel green-black might become Jund. I have no idea. We don't know everything that's in the new set. Oh, am I dead on the backswing because of the Carnage Tyrant? Yeah, probably. I'm dead regardless. I just, like, have to attack and hope they make bad blocks. Deal. And this was the result I was searching for. We were hoping for the trades to keep the Vivien alive.
Come to me.
It's really easy to tunnel vision on things like that. As someone who's done it plenty of times before, you become so focused on like, my route to victory is ulting my Planeswalker. Yeah, if they'd have run no blocks there, we'd have died.
I've seen squirrels hit harder.
And I'm still just very dead, right? Like we got extra turns out of it there, but just got nothing going on. I guess I could hang out and wait for like my second Vraska's Contempt. This build having, do I even have cards to sideboard in here? Is Wild Growth Walker good enough? Their deck's like kind of aggressive, right? Eldest Reborn's kind of mediocre. I think I'm gonna get rid of these two. Admiral Vortex with the $100 tip. Thank you very much for the generosity. Whoop. Loading my dashboard. My donation message was too long, and I don't want you to read it out loud anyways, so I'll DM you on Discord. Thank you for the support. I mean, it has one more toughness than a lot of the creatures that were in play that game, but their deck has a lot of things that are bigger than 3/3s. Woof. My fiance yelled at me last time I shared our anniversary, so I have to do it when she's not here now. I won't tell if you don't, Langler. Thanks for the 19 months, I appreciate it. It's an easy bin there, just looking for more green sources. Hitting this turn was pretty important. So, we get to actually play a game of Magic here. We have unlocked the ability to make decisions by being slightly lucky. Deathgorge Scavenger is a good reason to cut our Findbrokers out of our deck. I think I'm supposed to miss a land drop this turn, potentially, just to get the Wild Growth Walker going. This card gets pretty big pretty fast. Can get bigger than a lot of their dinosaurs if it gets going. Gets enough triggers on it. Alright, we're gonna miss anyways. Let's start by attacking with this. And I think I'm just gonna go ahead and play this other Branchwalker out here. I could get a little bit in trouble if they have Finality on curve here. Hopefully we rip a green source next turn. I get to Jadelight Ranger and get these out of the Finality range. No blocks here. Take 7. Weird that they didn't exile their own thing to get bigger. So we're hoping to dodge Finality next turn. Ideally. Hoping to dodge Finality and draw an untapped green source for Jadelight Ranger. Oh, I feel like they moused over their own creature because of Finality. About to get dumpstered. Oh, Eldest Reborn. Deal. I think all of our green sources are untapped, right? Alright, well, not a green source, but it does get Wild Growth Walkers out of Finality range, which is what we're looking for. Well, we haven't found a second, but we hit the first, which is a good step in the right direction. It really sucks here that I have to discard something, because, like, they don't have anything good to get back currently, and, like, all of my cards in my hand are just, like, really, really good. I think I actually give them Carnage Tyrant. I think I give them, like, they're gonna get Carnage Tyrant back next turn. I don't know, double Walker's, like, really good. I have been filled with some regrets. For combos, my favorite combo deck in this current standard format is definitely, what's it called? The Esper Amulet deck. You can find a primer that I wrote a bit on Cool Stuff Inc. Well, like, this ended up working out okay for me here. Since they had a Carnage Tyrant anyways, they were gonna get that back. Okay, so you're saying there's a chance. Take a chance on me. Do 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 do. Be do 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 do. Let's find some friends. I'm actually gonna get 2 Branchwalkers back here. Just because I can guaranteed cast those next turn. In the land of 4/4s, the 3/5 is king. Exactly.
Let's meet my newest friend.
Meet my newest friend. Yeah, there's only 24 lands in our deck, which, like I said when we started, like, there's a good chance that, like, we're 1 to 2 lands short, especially with how big this deck is. Like, I even boarded into a lower curve, like, by bringing in these Wild Growth Walkers, and we're still struggling a little bit here. We've also gotten a little bit unlucky, because, like, we've only seen, you know, 3 lands in 17 cards. I guess like 4 in 18 technically if you count the swamp we put on the bottom. We've only had 1 green source in 18 cards. I think I actually double Branchwalker here rather than Jadelight. That one can stay right there. Everything's gonna be alright. Do 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 do. Don't mind me, just going to 35. Look at this fair and reasonable 2-drop. Man, this card makes Tarmogoyf look bad sometimes.
I do.
It's like, nice Tarmogoyf. Let me tell you about my 5/7 that's gonna get bigger and has gained me 12 life. How does that make you feel? Yeah, I agree. When the Explorer package is good, it's absurd. It's very, very good. Look at the cute little baby Carnage Tyrant. I think I'm happy with how I sideboarded. Now this is pod racing, right? Hey, we were going up to almost 50 life. Thank you very much, Duo. Don't undersell the amount of health that we had gained. Thank you, thank you. Little baby 6-drop, smaller than my Wild Growth Walker. That's true. That was kind of a classic example of screw beats flood. Excellent Hearthstone hand. Mediocre Magic the Gathering hand. This is a very good Magic the Gathering hand. Totos with the $15 tip. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. The totally not failed Netflix series, The Defenders, gets new life on twitch.com/Jeff Hoagland. Sounds fantastic. Thanks for the support. Yeah, we fumbled through last game without double green, so like getting double green immediately here seems good. Yeah, like last hand we stumbled a whole bunch and like pulled it out. So like this game we have a good hand, so clearly we're about to get dumpstered. I think I can be conservative and bin this. I don't know how other feels, and though I'm still new to your stream, I like your change of stream that combines modern and standard in the same stream. I'm starting to learn more about modern memes while still enjoying good standard stuff. Awesome. Thank you for the feedback. I really appreciate that. The people who sub to my channel, their feedback, I really appreciate. The folks who pay my bills kind of dictate what we do. Yeah, their hand's gearing up to just be like really good here. I need to like, even if I hit with this and draw a land naturally next turn, I'm still like pretty far behind here. Okay. Just like turn 3 Vivien, turn 4 Regisaur, turn 5 Carnage Tyrant with haste is just like really savage. Good morning, Technopunk.
Break someone like you.
They might even just turn 4 Carnage Tyrant here. The Jund Dinos deck is very good when it draws well. It's one of the big appeals to it. Just like the double ramps on the play, especially just run everything else out of the game. I mean, like, and this is where, like, I'm kind of damned if I do, damned if I don't. Do I trophy the Regisaur, or do I, like, trophy the Vivien, like, because if I trophy the Regisaur and they keep the Vivien going, it's gonna find more Regisaurs, right? So, like, is trophying the Regisaur the play to win line? I think I have to deal with this if I'm gonna win this game.
Strike me.
I don't think we're in a good spot to win regardless of what I do, but I think any chance I have of winning starts with taking the Vivien off the table. I'm at 20, so I can like take a Carnage Tyrant hit. This trades here. This jumps here. I take 7, 8. I get to play a Carnage Tyrant of my own next turn. I can Contempt Vivien with what Contempt? What's going on, Duke Ball? Welcome to a live one. Thanks for dropping in. Untapped land. Untapped land. Untapped land. Alright, so you're saying there's a chance. So like, if their hand is 2 bricks right now, I have a route to victory, right? I get to Carnage Tyrant or Carnage Tyrant. I take 1, 6, go to 6, and then like I get to play Vraska, down tick, kill the Regisaur next turn. So like it needs them to have basically nothing in their hand left over, but I do have like I've created a game plan in my mind to get me from being behind to winning. And sometimes building that game plan involves just like hoping your opponent has nothing because you're so far behind. They attack with everything. Why not take 8 and eat the Regisaur? Is that the right line? Because, like, Vraska can't kill the Carnage Tyrant.
Beasts are much come to me.
I mean, Vivien's better than some things could have been here. Do they have a land to cast this? If they have land to cast this raptor, I'm gonna be in trouble. Wow, that's incredibly good for me. All right, Vraska, shoot the alpha.
I will be the one to guide my people.
Guide my people. Set my people free. Even makes a treasure. God bless. Yep. I think I'm okay with that exchange. Definitely had worse sequences there for us. So we're a little bit behind on board now.
Balance comes.
I've got 6, 7, 8, 9. So if this Vivien Reid finds me like a Jadelight Ranger or another Explore creature, I can cast it next turn alongside her. Double Ripjaw happening this turn. Vomit. Easiest block of my life. Vraska can't hit Planeswalkers. God, that card would be so busted if it hit Planeswalker. It's like already pretty good.
Would you meet my newest friend?
So you're telling me there's a chance. Take a chance on me.
The wilds are my shield.
This Vivien's gonna kill me. Is there an SCG open that's standard before the next set releases? So, like, if there's a new set dropping, everything's gonna change? Alright, we're dead. Good games, opponent. Woof. Woof. Rough. How are we doing, folks? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good night to everybody wherever out in the world. TGIF, thanks for hanging out today. Hope everyone's having a good start to your weekend. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. If you find yourself enjoying my content, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the people that keep me employed here full-time. I wouldn't be here day in and day out without their wonderful support. Past subscribing, you can also support my stuff by checking out some of my very wonderful sponsors. Harry's Razors would love to help you get that nice, close, clean shave using code Jeff Hoagland at bit.ly/HoogleShave. You can save $5 on your brand new starter kit with them. Remember, just because you like playing the degenerate decks doesn't mean you need to look like it. Neo provides wonderful candy-flavored protein bars using code Hoagland at bit.ly/HoogleBar. You can save 10% on your orders there with them. Customize your collection with Hurly Burly Studio Altars. They do professional quality Magic the Gathering altars, and using code Jeff10 at hurlyburlystudio.com, you can save 10% on all of your border extensions and full art customizations there. BCW Supplies would love to help you protect your very valuable Magic the Gathering cards and other gaming accessories. My altars here are protected by none other than my BCW Elite Guard sleeves. Using code Jeff10 at bcwsupplies.com, you can save 10% on sleeves, deck box, and all sorts of other fantastic stuff there. Head on into our second match here with green-black midrange. Thanks everyone for hanging out today. Good game, Shav. Shav, in our first game, you made a small miscalculation. When I attacked your Vivien the first time, you like double blocked my Carnage Tyrants to save it. You could have let your Vivien die and just kill me on the backswing. But other than that, everything looked fantastic. Good luck in the rest of your matches today. I feel personally attacked by the degenerate deck slide. Good, you should. I think I've been this. I think even with this other Rejuvenator in my hand, I just want to give myself the best chance. Sailor of Means. Alright. Interesting. Are those altars foil? So, the swamp and the island, she does this thing that she calls foil, not foil to. It's I think it's a metallic pen. So, the cards themselves aren't foil, but I don't know if it really comes across in the camera. The water actually is, like, shiny from the metallic pen. And if you search her stuff on Instagram, she has some examples up there. So, I'd recommend just looking up her stuff on Instagram. Please put this towards a Dargan deck. We'll do Indie Terror. Is it okay to like degenerate decks if you play fair decks? Definitely. Variety's the spice of life. So do I want to jam? I think I want to just jam Jadelight Ranger here. So Sailor of Means not only is anti-Adonto tech, but it's also a card that lets them ramp into Teferi on turn 4, and it helps Niv Mizzet and works well with Treasure Map. It's quite possible I'm supposed to just jam Vivien here, because now they get to Chemister's Insight. Vivien minus on the treasure. Get out of here. Get out of here. The Findbroker is also a good hit, because it means if they do counter the Vivien this turn, I'm gonna get to jam the Vivien. I'm gonna get to pick it back up. Sand Syncopate, obviously. You own Spirits and Cheerios in Modern. That's a good range. Good spectrum of the types of things you can be doing in that format. Brutal.
Lessons written in skin.
My poor Golgari Findbroker. Just trying to get by in this big tough world. These 3/2s are going the distance. I'm gonna bin that, looking for something higher impact. I really need a 4/3/2 in this board. Feel the grave slowly closing in above our head. Can you compare, contrast, Spell Pierce, Negate, and Syncopate? So, Spell Pierce generally isn't a card you want to play in control decks. Because Spell Pierce has basically a shelf life where eventually your opponent's going to have enough lands to play around it, you only want to be playing Spell Pierce in decks that can close the game out quickly, like more aggressive decks. So decks like Mono Blue or Pirates tend to be able to lean into Spell Pierce because they're going to end the game typically before your opponent can have enough lands to play through it. Is the music really loud? Drake's plays Spell Pierce too. I feel like the music's a little bit louder than normal. I think it just got louder. I definitely haven't touched any of my audio settings, and there haven't been any updates. It's intense. Yeah, exactly. Listen, the sailor means business. Man, that life linking sailor of means. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pack it in here. We're not gonna lose that game for a few more turns, but it's pretty done. Bring in a pile of Duresses. Leave in trophies, a Chupacabra, Reborn, Vivien to tag their threats. Do I want Brontodon for sealaways and bindings? Like, what do I want to cut, though? I kind of like all the cards that are in my deck right now. I don't think I want that many Chups. Like, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 12 ways to kill Niv-Mizzet, so I think that's plenty. In fact, I think I'm going to go down to 11 and put a Brontodon in. Because Brontodon, like, attacks and blocks reasonably. Although they have got a 1-4 is really good right now. That Sailor of Means was, like, really fantastic for them. It gained them a ton of health. Yeah, Karn is great in this archetype because he generates card advantage. So this is a matchup about being able to draw cards, and Karn is basically a card that says we draw an extra card every turn. Feels bad, man. Here's a really important piece of advice I'd like to bestow on you. You don't have to play your discard spells the very first opportunity you get. In fact, waiting to play your discard spells often gives you the ability to see more potential cards that your opponent could be drawing. I'm gonna take Deafening Clarion here and just like hope to play this Jadelight Ranger and run them down. You can see here? No, I mean, like, there's a reasonable chance, like, my opponent just, like, fumbles around and we just run them down with my 4-3. Arena is great. I'm glad you're doing better. Here's to 4 months. Thanks for the third of a year, Mikey. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Glad you're enjoying Arena as well. Oh no! Oh no! They can expansion my Duress and Duress my other Duress. I'm just gonna do my best to take away their ability to kick this Jadelight Ranger off the table. This Jadelight Ranger is just like got the ball and it's just like running it across the field, just like, put me in, coach. Just 3 more turns. I'm running it down the finish line. Just gonna get him. Did I sports ball reference there correctly? Run the ball down the field. Are there nets on fields usually? Or forks? There's usually forks at the end of the fields, right? Jadelight's going the distance. It's going full speed. Pile of Gore, thanks for the brand new tier 1 sub. Welcome, welcome. I appreciate that. Woo! 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 Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Thud. Ah! Oh, yeah. Remember when that game was a great example of how to sequence your Duresses and choose what to take and just identify what your game plan is and how you win. Again, sometimes identifying your game plan involves, okay, my opponent can't draw these cards because I'm not going to beat those cards. And sometimes that happens. Like, you need to play the cards that you get and identify how do you win with the cards that you've been dealt, and then sequence around what you can and don't play around things you can't. And we actually didn't even need the Carnage. Jadelight did hit first. God bless you, Jadelight Ranger. I don't think so, Tumos, because my opponent's more likely to hit a piece of spot removal that game than to hit the second white source and a Wrath, I think. No, I don't think so. I think they likely have a lot of spot removal in their deck, like Teferi beats Jadelight Ranger, Seal Away beats Jadelight Ranger, Justice Strike beats Jadelight Ranger. They have so many cards that beat just Jadelight Ranger, and like y'all are super focused on exactly white source plus Cleansing Nova after I already took a Cleansing Nova away from them. So like again, every game you play is picking and choosing what you want to play around, and like you should play around the things that are less likely to occur most of the time. Yeah, it's got phobia is a great way to put it. There's 0% chance this is resolving if they have a Syncopate after we missed a land drop. If we run off another green source next turn, these running Jadelights into a Karn could really propel us through this game. So you're saying there's a chance. They installed a Mono Shuffler last patch. Clearly the Shuffler's broken. Mono Shuffler issues. Wonder if they're out of counter spells. Huh. I'm gonna bin that. I just want to dig to a land. No Chemist's Insight either there is quite fantastic for us. They could have, they showed us negate last game, so I'm putting them on like no 3-mana counterspell, but they could have a negate here.
You are acting unwise.
The reads have been good so far today. Got them soul reads. Go, Gadget, Jadelight Ranger. Getting a negate out of their hand still a win when we're holding, you know, Eldest, Vivien, Vraska. Holding 4 non-creature spells. Yes. Resolves.
I'm a survivor.
Nah, it's almost certainly just to be inside, man. You're just like, you're playing too many cards that just aren't good on their own, is what it comes down to. Screw does tend to beat Flood. Opponent is flooded. All right. Scryed top, so I assume these are dying.
Let's slow this down.
Oh, Teferi, like you have any modes other than slow? Don't be coy with me. Eldest Reborn's also good here because it takes a card out of my opponent's hand, which makes it harder for them to protect their Primal Tide. Thunk. I feel like this match was a great example of showing how when you have more experience playing Magic, you can properly identify games that are won that you lost that you should be ready to concede, and games that you're still in and should keep playing. Like the first game that we conceded in this match, we weren't that far behind in. And these last two games, there were people in chat that were saying, why haven't you conceded yet? I think that we were still very much in. Whenever your opponent casts a non-creature spell, draw a card. All right, so we're gonna play Vraska and shoot this guy. Attack for 3. Like both the second and third game in this match, we were impossibly behind, but we had ways to get back in. And the first game we were pretty buried, even though we had lands and spells. Yes, yeah, that's also worth something identifying. They had a ton of resource in the first game, and the second two we ran them out. Oh no! Oh no, not a turn one. Turn 1/1/1's actually pretty scary for the way this deck is built. Having all of our Wild Growth Walkers in the board means we're probably gonna have a pretty hard time with white aggro. To say when attacked with two other creatures, create a thing. All right, so I'm just gonna cast this down now. Itty bitty bugle boy, do 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 do. So we're hoping to draw an untapped green source next turn to stick Jadelight Ranger. And then have her find an untapped land so we can Chupacabra the following turn. I think there's probably a good shot we're just dead to rights at this point. Yeah, I've seen Hazda in some of the other builds of this archetype. So they get to flip their Legion's landing here and then play the Vanguard post-combat. Yeah, between being on the draw and missing our second green source here. Someone else commented earlier that our mana seemed a little bit rough, and I agree. As far as like a two-color deck is concerned, our mana's been really rancid in these games. Alright, Chupacabra is like a way to start clawing back in, kinda. Like if they attack with everything, I'm like eating a 1/1 and taking 5. Well, I guess I get to stick Jadelight Ranger then and maybe get into the game. They might just attack me with 2/3s here. No, everything is good. So I eat this, I take 6, sorry. Go down to 7. And like if I had what's it called? If I had a you know, a Wild Growth Walker in my deck to draw to, I could maybe help stabilize, but I don't. I'm probably just dead here. That actually wasn't what I wanted. I kind of needed this to be a 4/3. Like, I needed land, but I, like, also needed a 4/3. Wild Growth Walker's great. Golden Demise is good. I think Brontodon's good just because it's, like... just because it's a 3/4. Findbroker's slow. Karn's slow. What's better here? Do we think Carnage Tyrant's the better 6-drop or Vraska? I think Scavenger's body is just too poor that it's not worth playing. Actually, Vivien's pretty mediocre in this matchup, right? Yeah, let's cut her, actually. Both of these are better than Vivien, I think. Someone asked about the Wild Growth Walkers in the board. Wild Growth Walker, this deck. So this is a viewer submitted deck list. So I'm playing card for card what someone sent in, and you can build green-black in a lot of different ways. And this build of green-black is built in a way that is worse against aggressive decks game 1 and better against control decks and other mid-range decks. So it's got more card advantage in it. Wild Growth Walker can leave a lot to be desired in other mid-range matchups. Yeah, but like Vraska does that too, Tom, while also impacting the board better by making 2/2s and the ability to kill creatures. Just hang tight here. It really is, Jensen. Drill Master. You can tell I've never played Limited, huh? Just like, what does that card do? Although it's weird putting it to, oh, they're doing it here so that way they can flip this. That makes sense. Eat this, or trade in E tier. Seems good. Wait, what? Oh, it gives it first strike. Man, I should play more Limited. I love your streams because you comment and analyze a lot. I'm new to Magic Arena, though I've played Magic before. Is that a good place to ask MTGA newbie questions? Sure. If people can answer, they will. I'd encourage you to do Google searches for your questions too, though, because a lot of times if you have a question, there's a good chance someone else did too, and you could probably find a good thread on it somewhere. But you are welcome to ask questions here as well. Listen, chat. If Magic players could read, people who are good at the game would never win matches of Magic. Reading is very difficult. Huge struggle. That's brutal. I was hoping to hit a land there. I think we should probably shove a 25th land in this deck. I think how high the curve is of this build, it should probably just have 25 lands. Although, I also like casting my spells more than most people. Yeah, that's why they took the text boxes off the battlefield. They didn't want us Magic players feeling bad because we couldn't read the cards anyways. Play Merfolk Branchwalker before we play the land for the turn, so this could draw us a tapped land. How long decks take to build tend to that question hinges on how much money you're spending. If you give Wizards of the Coast enough dollary dues, you can build whatever you want as soon as you want to build it. As far as like what you should buy first, I would definitely recommend buying the Guilds of Ravnica set, which is the current latest set. The sets like Guilds, not only is that set going to rotate in the furthest from now, so the Guild set, Magic doesn't have another rotation until October, but even when that rotation happens in October, all of Guilds is going to remain legal until the following October, so it's a really long time from now. Yeah, the combat, I don't think we can beat the combat trick 2 Mo's. I think we're just kind of dead to that. These stupid healer hawks really need to hit a fight finality. So, in a roundabout way, you buy specific cards in Magic Arena. So, when you buy cards in Arena, when you buy booster packs in Arena, you get wild cards guaranteed every so many packs that you buy, and wild cards you can trade in for whatever specific card you want of a given rarity. You can also open wild cards randomly in booster packs. The way I like to think of it is for every 6 packs you buy, you get a rare wild card, and then like 6 extra bonus packs worth of cards that may or may not be something you need. Usually if you pick up like 100 packs, which is about 100, they're like $1 a pack, that'll give you enough wildcards to build any specific tier 1 deck that you're looking to build in standard right now, and then have enough wildcards left over to start working on something else as well. I think I'm shipping with Carnage Tyrant next turn. Am I gonna Vraska's Tempt a Healer's Hawk? Is that where my life has ended up at? Have I currently entered the Vraska's Contempt Healer's Hawk portion of my life? I feel like I'm heading in that direction. The one and only Snoop Dogg, thank you for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. Depending on how they block this Carnage Tyrant, I might get to Contempt one of their things and blow them out here. So like if they don't overblock this, Contempt will blow them out. They put like exactly 6 power in front of it. Crackle Pipe Kid, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. Welcome, welcome. Sir, shipping me your Beza Bucks. They need to block with 1 more here. They should play around at least 1 removal spell. I think that exchange is really good for us there.
You won't be needing that.
I think that a block like that is what we need to get back into the game. Means we don't get blown out by like an Anthem effect anymore. Cast Carnage Tyrant with Plague Wind mode. I believe we're entering a space smash phase here, right? Just like Mathis for blockers, let them sort it out. Oh, don't worry, we're gonna get to some Muldrotha later today. We've got green black elves and then red white tokens and then Sultai. Oh, that should be Sultai Muldrotha. Technically has Hulks in it too, but yeah, maybe I'm supposed to trophy the Adanto. I don't know, a 1/1 every turn probably doesn't matter. I'm so hungry. Eat him. Ow. I feel like that game was a good example of. I feel like that game was a good example of why you should have the red splash in your white aggressive deck. Just like having access to something like Experimental Frenzy really lets you power through those big board states like that where you get behind. This hand's very good. Just Walker. This is like the green black combo of sorts. Just like Walker into Jadelight Ranger. Just like gain 6, have a big board. Sign me up. Get him. What's going on, Pythrian? Nice, Pythrian, congrats. Perfect. Get to get my tap blend into play on 1. Get to guaranteed curve out into the Jadelight Ranger. My opponents also played like a really long game last game and didn't show us any Conclave Tribunal, so hopefully this Wild Walker just sticks around. Really strong start from the opponent here too. It'll be interesting to see how their strong start lines up into ours. See if we can overcome. Not surprised to see them do this. Gets their Odonto flipped. And like, we're at 16 here, but we about to be at 22. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. Do-do-do. Ship it. And then next turn we get to go Branchwalker. Well, I kind of wanted something bigger than a 2-1 there, but we are at 22 with a 3-5, so let's go, I guess. What do you think is a better investment, Esper Amulet or Turbo Fog? I think the Bant Fog deck probably has more room for upward mobility in terms of getting better with the new set. There's going to be a lot of really sweet Simic and Azorius cards that go into that deck. Don't mind me, just going to 25. How does it make you feel, opponent? How does the Walker make you feel on the inside? The deck heard I was thinking about adding a land. It's like, hold, slow down now. How now, brown cow? Just like, slow your roll. Hogland, you don't need more land. Need to be luckier. Don't mind my Tarmogoyf. It's just gained me 18 life. It's not a big deal. Everybody calm down. What's going on, Ancient? Good morning. Yeah, I think we're kind of in a holding pattern until I rip a finality here. Feels like where we're at in life. We're like racing us drawing finality versus them drawing Conqueror's Pride. Because Conqueror's Pride's gonna get us. Trophy Odonto and then starting to attack might also be an okay line here. That's probably not a terrible line, actually. Maybe I'm supposed to just bin this, honestly. Just like any Planeswalker or Finality is much better than the Contempt. I think keeping the Contempt there is probably wrong. Yeah, I think next turn's gonna be swing Carnage Tyrant, and then pick it back up with Memorial. There's a chance that with double Vraska's Contempt, my opponent might block Carnage Tyrant in a way that lets me blow them out. My opponent and I are basically playing EDH. We just got rid of our commanders. Yeah, I don't know. They might just take 7 here. Like, yeah, either way, like them trying to trade or taking 7 are like both good outcomes for us, I think. I think either of those are fine. Do they know about one or both? I actually don't know. I wish Arena gave us a little tick mark to remind us what they knew about. They might know about both. There's a good chance they do know about both, actually. That's true. This is basically only an attack for 3 because they're healing for 4 a turn. Yeah, about 3.5 hours from now, we'll be at the Muldroth deck. It's the final countdown. Do-do-do-do. Be-do-do-do-do. Be-do-do-do-do. Be-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. The White Ninja 62, thank you very much for the Prime support. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Appreciate the 10 months. Let's jam one more with green black here before we wrap things up. Nice, Acidity. Congrats. Hot take on mechanics that don't have enough support to see playing older formats. Does it seem like a waste? I don't think so. And I don't think Wizard of the Coast likely views those as a waste either. Because, again, the thing you have to remember is that, like, Wizard of the Coast primary focus is standard. Like, the fact that older formats exist is nice for them, but it's by no means the focus of what they're doing. Do I like Izzet or Golgari better? Like, in what context? What's the context for that question? I think it's Golden Demise in, probably Findbroker out, Brontodon in. We see you, Big Mama. Could be a quick last one here. Versus Drake's Midrange. I think I actually prefer the Drake stack, but I also really like drawing cards. Like the Drake stack can feel like a pseudo combo deck in a lot of ways, which I find really enjoyable to play on average. So someone asked about Wild Growth Walker. My opponent played Temple Garden last game before they stumbled and died. So I boarded, assuming they're on tokens. And I think Wild Growth Walker is a bit worse against tokens. They tend to go really wide. We have played around with Journey to Eternity and Plaguecrafter a bit. Unfortunately, don't have black sources, so gotta get rid of that. Man, I don't know if we're just unlucky or what, but the mana in this deck has felt really bad today. Just consistently missing colors. Woof. That is a big, big, scary, ugly. Hey, Secret Muffin, thanks for the 7 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for the dedication to your stream. Thanks for allowing me to stay here and stream. I think they messed up the shuffler. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pass here. I think I'm gonna activate Null Hide, then trophy it. There was a token stack at the World Magic Cup that had 4 Null Hide barracks in its sideboard. All right, let's draw one of our 3 copies of Finality next turn. 8 months strong. Don't get to watch it often. I like, but you still earn the sub. The link between. Thanks for the 2/3 of a year. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. I think I'm just digging for a sweeper. Maybe I am supposed to have Wild Growth Walker in my deck. I don't know. Oh, geez, we're super dead to March. My loving girlfriend got me the message, deleted playmat. I'd be honored if you sent it for me. Would you mind if I message you privately to get shipping information? Yep, I actually have a P.O. box here. You can send it there. And just let me know when you send it out so I know to go over there and check it. Because I don't check my P.O. box every week. Unless I'm expecting stuff. The problem with Duress in a matchup like this is that people always love to remember when Duress is excellent and just ignore when it's just rancid dog poop. Duress is great when you have it on the first turn of the game, and it's like aggressively mediocre otherwise. Just like these games often come down to situations where like your opponent has their hand empty and a bunch of stuff in play, and you just want more cards that can impact the board. The person who I just timed out in chat, you were timed out because you decided to come in here and make yourself feel superior by putting down a different deck that other people play. Wah, the good deck is good and it wins games of Magic. It's not as good as my brew. Stop it. That's not welcome here. What deck doesn't play itself? We're getting a philosophical debate over free will. Fair. I think I'm gonna let this go to 2 here, because next turn I down ticket. Do they have the card that gives their stuff +1/+1? That would be really bad for me. Or +2/+2? No, they don't have the City's Blessing. Weird March.
Retribution will be swift.
Oh, are they gonna, they're gonna convoke this? Okay, that makes sense. Okay. All right, trying to dodge Flower Flourish here. Am I dead? Yeah, for people who don't know, Twitch chat is actually just an IRC channel, which is why /me works. If you're a child who doesn't know what IRC is, don't worry about it. There's actually a way that you can join specific Twitch channels by using an IRC client. If you Google it, it's possible. Yeah, I don't know why they're not attacking me either, but I'll take it. IRC is chat for people whose lawn you will want to get off of. Yep. Am I getting marched? I think I'm getting marched. I think that was them counting how big their march is. They miscounted. They were one short. in the opponent's defense, Magic Arena desperately needs a max X option. Oh, they forgot the Immortals on discount. Yeah, that's definitely what happened. That's definitely what happened. As far as this build of green-black goes, I think the couple of comments that we had in chat of Wild Growth Walker just being too good to not play in the main deck, I think those hold pretty true. I think access to this card is just like one of the big draws of this archetype in this format, and I think not playing the 4 copies of Wild Growth Walker in the main deck is probably a mistake. I think if you do want to stick with the slightly bigger build, I think I'd get a 25th land in here. I think hoping to hit your lands consistently on just Rejuvenators and Explore Creatures is a little bit ambitious with this many 4, 5s, and 6s, so I would get a 25th land in here for sure. All right, what are we